In this video, I help Gloria to start a successful coaching business from scratch. In fact, I'm going to help her transition from blogging to coaching. Let me tell you a bit more about Gloria. She has an amazing life and amazing business, okay? Her business, Operation Happy Mum, and for the Americans, that's mom, okay? my Australian accent getting the better of me. She's helping young mothers who have multiple children to get through and deal with depression and cope with it, I guess. And this is my words, not hers, but to maybe help them find that little bit of light in a day. And I'd like to think at some point maybe help them find happiness, but having had my own struggles with depression, I know that sometimes the idea of happiness can just be an absolute foreign concept and seem so far away. So I definitely don't want to be promising anything, especially on behalf of somebody else's business, that maybe may not be there. But anyway, she is doing some amazing things, and we're going to be taking a look at what she's doing really well and then some things that she can be doing in order to attract people to her so that they want to work with her. And that's what we're going to be doing. Now, just before I dive in, I want to tell you two things. First up, if you do happen to enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you could click the thumbs up, that like button for me, and let me know. It certainly helps me. And if you would like more of this kind of content, definitely click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications, because I'm doing videos like this every week to help online business owners attract their ideal clients with effective content marketing strategies without overwhelming themselves, and so that they don't have to worry about where their next client or customer is coming from. That is about me, and I'm Tiffany from Tiffany G Studios, and I have 8 years experience in online marketing and working for a range of different clients and customers all around the world. So let's dive in here to what we're doing with Operation Happy Mum. When you get to Gloria's site, you get this thing, Mum Writer Coach, which is awesome. It's a very clear indication of who she is, and as a blogger, that is essential. What is different when you're getting into doing coaching and you having to attract people as customers and clients, right, is we need to indicate to people that you have 3 seconds to capture their attention. They're asking themselves 3 things. That's if they've waited the time to load up your website in the first place. And the first one is this for me? How is this going to help me? And do I stick around? Sort of the 3 things that somebody's thinking in their head. They may not be logically thinking them, but it's definitely there in the subconscious, right? What's in it for me? And that's where we need something sort of stronger, like a sentence where Gloria says, hey, I help young mums with multiple children navigate life and depression and find that sliver of brightness in a day or something. Or obviously that needs work because I'm doing it off the cuff, but something along those lines, okay? Here's who I'm for. Here's how I help them, and here's how your life will improve after being here, okay? In a short sentence, right? Now we scroll down here and we get this lovely, big, beautiful, smiling photo of Gloria and a little bit about her. I would maybe suggest that the image is maybe a little bit too big, and maybe she's doing this website in Squarespace. You could actually make it a smaller kind of block and then have the image on the left here and the text on the right here, and then we could get into, we don't have to scroll as far to get down to all of the lovely things that you have to offer. But again, that's a personal thing, but that is sort of the direction that you would probably go. I would suspect that these are things that are probably already on Gloria's mind anyway, but what's happening here is that, one, she's got 5 young children. I don't know if I've said that before now, but she has 5 young children. So she's very busy, right? The other thing is that she might be trying to work out exactly what to say and what to put out. And I would just sort of encourage Gloria and anybody watching this, When people give advice on digital marketing, they seem to forget the realities of life. They seem to forget the realities of you don't always know, you're not always clear. Sometimes you have to put stuff out there in order to know what's not working or what people respond to or what you enjoy doing. So that's why I would encourage you to put a little bit more here, which sort of talks about what you have to offer. I believe she has a group program coming soon, and that's in the Operation Happy Mum here. And if I remember correctly, it's light on information. But something like that, I mean, that could go on the homepage. It doesn't need to be hidden behind that, okay? That could go on the homepage. And I suspect the more she does this, the more she'll be able to put in those little things that help people who come here know that this is for them and know that she has gone through the same stuff, is still currently going through the same stuff, although a bit further on ahead on the journey, and that she's someone to follow. And just getting that information on the homepage will definitely help. Then some other cool things that she has going on is her My Story page, where she talks this stuff. Just put that on the homepage, I think. Gone are the days where people click around menus quite so much. They're quite happy to scroll. Put that on the homepage so people can see it. For now, when you have the time, come back, flesh this out. Give us more details of the specific stories that brought you here, and do it in a way that the people who are following you and the people who want to work with you will see themselves in your story. And that's the kind of things that I help people with in the Content Mastery Academy. Definitely check that out if you want more details on that sort of stuff. So something else that Gloria is doing really well is her blog. She's sharing some great stories here, the trusting the timing of your life and that kind of stuff. That is all really good. What needs to happen is a little bit of a shift needs to happen with the content. And I have prepared this little slide for this one. I'm inserting stuff in, so I'm going to come over here. So this is where things need to change in terms of the content. So that the blogging, the stories, all that is all fantastic, and all of those skills need to stay the same, and some of that content will stay there. But what we need to do is we need to put in posts that are more persuasive, okay? Posts that show the problem, that a particular problem, like a small piece of the problem that somebody's dealing with, a particular problem on a particular day. And my sister had 3 kids under 5 that I used to babysit, so I totally know the problem of getting everything done, dealing with children. When I say I totally know, I have a small idea, like I understand these particular ideas, like these particular things might be where you want to focus or not, depending on how you want to approach it. So you talk about the problem, and then you show how you dealt with it, and then you show what your life looks like now. So you can show people that you are able to walk them through a coaching process and help them transform their lives because you've transformed your own in some way. Don't feel like if you can't promise, I took myself from depression to absolute total happiness and I never feel depression again, you can't do this, because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you have transitioned from this particular point to a couple of steps further ahead, and now you're turning around to help someone through that same process, and that will be really valuable here. Don't feel like you have to promise the world if that's not the situation. Be honest. I have my 7 steps to persuasive posts training. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. It helps you walk through the process of being able to recognize what the problems are, what people are dealing with, how you solve them, what the transition is, and then how to write about it. And that will help you not just for the website, but also for Instagram as well, which we'll be getting to in a moment. So then other content that you'll have will be behind the scenes content, again, showing how your life has changed, before, afters, contrasting, case studies and testimonials with people that you've helped. If you're very new at coaching, you will probably be sharing your own testimonial and your own case study of how you changed your life. But if you do get a chance, work with some people for free, and in order to build those, okay, when you have the time around the 5 children, Then overcome objections. People will have objections to the idea of, oh, this won't work for me because of X, or this won't work for me because of Y, or I couldn't possibly do this until I've done X, or something like that. So then you can have some content about particular objection and that sort of stuff. So that's how we start to do that. And then some more content about you. Just a story from your life that shares a bit more about you, but in such a way that people can see themselves in your story again and what they're going through, so that it makes sense. Then that's how you lead them through and get them ready for whatever it is that you're selling as well. Okay, with that group program. And those objections around the group program will come into play with the overcome objections. And let me just slide on over to Instagram, where she has some beautiful posts here. Her main blog stories, definitely she can start sharing those. So those blogs, if they come out once a week or once a fortnight, a copy of those goes on to Instagram with an image, and that can definitely be done as a simple way to start building out content and using hashtags. And I'm happy to help you out with that in the Content Mastery Academy, or just let me know if that's something you want to know about, then let me know about which hashtags to use and how to find them, that kind of thing. That could be another training I do, I guess. So this is her beautiful young family, which is awesome. And this one is a great post because it's sharing just a bit more about what she's going through and some of that stuff, and allowing her to connect. Just focusing those posts on the what and the why of why it's important to look for change, or why it can be important to change your perception on something or another. I also have another training related to this where I helped another coach, so I will leave that in the link above. I'll put that in somewhere, just because that will also help you if you're a new coach and you are watching this video and wanting to know where to go from here and how to get started. If you liked what you saw here and you want to know more about Operation Happy Mum and what Gloria is doing, there will be links to her business in the description below. If you want to know more about growing your business with content and attracting your ideal clients and continually attracting them, there's links to my Content Mastery Academy below, or check out that 7 Steps to Persuasive Posts free training. All right, that's it from me. Until next time, bye for now.